They are in the fall jersey. I can see Henry Lee, Andre Belal, D. Wade. There is Oscar the Daddy beside his teammate Joshua Fuller. There is the other young Lovely. There's Mr. Levy passing. There's Henry Morera sitting on the wheel of Wendell Vernon, aka Skinny, and still leading the charge is a lone figure there. Giovanni Lovell sitting on the wheel of Giovanni is young Dijon Hyde. Giovanni looking back to see if we'll get any assistance. No, I understand. No, I understand. Yeah. Young Dijon Hyde taking over the pace. Young Dijon Hyde taking over the pace. As you can see, the riders in the distance who are definitely sharing the pace and keeping these guys at bay. Taking over the pace again is all Giovanni Lovell. All Giovanni Lovell. Sitting on the wheel of Giovanni Lovell is Wendell Skinny Vernon. Young Skinny Vernon, Wendell Skinny Vernon back on his bike doing awesome. He also rides for Mr. Guns. There is Henry Morera, the master, riding for Valvoline, and they're all paying attention. There is Oscar making a march up to the front, riding his beautiful Cannondale in his kit. Oscar Curious moving up front. I guess he will assist. So that's the group up front in the Digi Valentine Store 2023. Good morning, Miss Rita Thompson. Good morning, Miss Rita Thompson. This live is brought to you by Loans to Go. Quick cash from friendly people. You can find them at Connor, Albert, and King Street. Also by Leslie's Imports, distributors of 123 cooking oil, Roma, Foca, and Blancavnere detergent. As we move up to the Tech Dollar course, we're here at the 8 miles community. We're passing through the 8 miles community. We're just about to reach the roundabout, and we can see the riders are lined up front, folks. It seems there was a crash. I see riders off their bike. Oh, somebody have fell off their bike. This is slippery. This roundabout is very slippery. I think that's look like young Patrick Williams. Young Patrick Williams have definitely had a fall. It's raining. This cement very slippery. Young Patrick Williams, wearing number 50, definitely had a fall. And I can see his teammate Kenyon Sanford. So they definitely had a fall along that roundabout. Don't believe it was a crash. I think they slipped because of the cement. I hope no other guys have any issues because of the condition. Good morning to all you beautiful fans. As young Stanford is off the road, I'm not sure why he's off the road. Yeah, he definitely have a mechanical or something. Let me say, oh, he's back on the road. I'm not sure. Patrick Williams is trying to chase back as we approach mile 9 here on the George Price Highway. There is Patrick Williams, who definitely had a fall or something. Let me see if I can see any scuffle on his bike or jersey. Yes, Patrick Williams. Yes, I can see sun. He's gripping his teeth and he's trying to close back the race. He's bust up because this is Greg Lovell who has been shed. There's Darren Tasha, Husachoto. So we move up. We can see about 10 or so riders just up front as we approaching mile 10 here on the George Spice Highway, heading to mile 25 miles in this Digitour, folks. The fire is on already. Tarmac is being torn up already. Riders have been shed. They have been scattered like skittles over the tarmac. Today, if you're not staying on this love boat, you'll be thrown overboard. This is the love boat ride, and you'll be dumped out of the boat. Some riders have been dumped out of the boat. They will have to swim their way back to try to catch up to this love boat. On the front is Shane Jones driving the pace along with Fernando Rosado. It seems that the West team is putting in some mad work to try to hurt. There's no more Valvoline up front, so Oscar and the team at the back will have to do their thing to make it back. Taking over the pace is Nishan Isigiri riding for Budget. Young Wendell Williams Jr. riding for M&M's is here in the mix. Jocelyn Jr. riding for Val right here in the mix. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 riders up front. It was about 15, and the race have definitely been blown to smithereens already as we approach mile 10 here on the George Price Highway, heading to mile 25. It's 6 riders up front. Smokes Gladden on the pace, doing some 28 miles an hour, been followed by Shane Jones, been followed by Fernando Rosado. So we have 2 West Track rider here, followed by Nation Isigiri, Wendell Williams Jr. and Jocelyn Jr. Good morning, folks. Good morning. This is the Digi Valentine's Tour Stage 1. Look at the smile on the face of Shane Jones. Yeah, he's Isigiri. Like I said, Nishan doing awesome. He recently returned to this sport, and he's doing awesome. So shows that this kid is very talented. On the front is Jocelyn Jr. as we go up this little climb here on mile 10 here on the George Price Highway in the first leg of the Digi Valentine's Tour 2023. Past mile 10. That's the official passes. The official passes. They don't have station prize in this event. They have what they call preems, and I think you get 3, 2, 1 seconds. And what that does, the tour is being run by time, and so when the winner of the tour overall would be the person with the least accumulated time. So if you win a preem and you're behind somebody by 2 seconds and you win, you get a 3 seconds. You subtract that from your overall time, and so it gives you a better time than the person. So you need to grab these preems too. On the front is Jocelyn already throwing water over himself. Jocelyn, they are doing some 25 miles an hour. Jocelyn Jr. on the front, followed by Smokes Gladden, Shane Jones, Fernando Rosado, Nishan Isigiri, and young Wendell Williams Jr. in the 2023 first leg of the Valentine's 2023 Digi Tour. Like I said, this live is brought to you by Loans to Go. Quick cash from friendly people. They are at corner of Albert and King Street. Also by Leslie's Imports, distributors of 123 cooking oil, Roma, Foca, and Blanca Nueve detergent. They are at mile 1 3/4 on the George Price Highway. So we want to say a big thank you to these people bringing it live today, live into your living room. The Digi Valentine's Tour 2023 here in Belize. So it's still the 6 riders up front, the 6 riders, and for some reason the team Valvoline, the time gap is 39 seconds. 39 seconds is the gap according to the official 39 seconds. Yes, the West Track team is driving on the front. Young Fernando Rosado and Shane Jones is driving it. They are driving this train. They are paddling this boat. They are holding the boat right now. Yeah. Huh? Oh. And so we turn our camera to see where the field of rider is. But the 6 riders up front as we just passed mile 11 here on the George Price Highway, heading towards mile 25, where they will turn and then come down to the Boom Hattieville Road, make a left onto the Boom Hattieville Road and right onto the Philip Golson Highway, where the race will finish in front of Mirab building there on the Philip Golson Highway. That's where the Digi office is located in this first leg. On the front, Wendell Williams. Taking over is Fernando Rosado, riding for West Track. Nishan Isigiri rides for Budget. Fernando wears number 23. Nishan look like he wears number 74. So I'll give you their number. I know these guys very well, so I can call their name and their number. Yes, Smokes Gladden wearing number 75. There's traffic passing. You can hear the horn of the traffic passing. 6 riders still out front, and the official said it was 39 seconds a short while ago. So 6 riders out front. Shane Jones, Team Westrock. Fernando Rosado, Westrock. Nishin Isigiri, Budget. Young Windell Jr., M&M's. Smokes Gladden, Culture / SPD. And Jocelyn Jr. rides for Fall as he gives that thumbs up. He's looking good, he's looking good. Young Baby Chav is not here. He probably be tuning from where he is there in the States. Very cool there. Folks, continue to share the live, for this Digi Valentine's Tour 2023. The live is brought to you by Loans to Go, quick cash from friendly people. They are located at corner Albert and King Street. And also by Leslie's Imports, distributors of 123 cooking oil, Roma, Foca and Blancanueve detergent. They are located at mile 1 3/4 on the George Price Highway. We just passed mile 12 heading towards mile 13, and it's still the 6 lead riders up front, the six lead riders up front. As we make our way to mile 13, who will it be? Will these guys hold that gap open, or will the main field come? Remember, the big guns are back there also. I saw Oscar, Brandon, Carlton Robinson, Young, Eric Trapp. Those are the big guys. It's 53 riders I think took part this morning, and we have Masters riders also in this event. Smoke is a Masters rider, so you know each rider will get his prize from his category. So Mr. Larry Morillo say Westrock gonna win. So as we approach mile 13, it's Nishin Isigiri pulling off the pace. Taking over the pace is young Windell Williams Jr., Smokes Gladden, Jocelyn Jr., Shane Jones, Fernando Rosado, and Nishin Isigiri. These are the 6 riders up front. As we can see, mile 13 in the short distance. Traffic has been waved through here on the highway. I want to say a big good morning to my family. Huh? Oh. Yeah, on the pace is Shane Jones on the pace, followed by Fernando Rosado, we're number 23. And there's a Prim. I see Jocelyn Jr. out of his saddle. Right for Fall. Yes, he's been. Jocelyn Jr. will get that Prim here at mile 13. See if they're waving the flag. Jocelyn Jr. will get that Prim, and that Prim is for 3 seconds. Second there was Fernando Rosado, and third was his teammate Shane Jones. A small gap have been opened between the cyclists, but it's all because of the Prims that they are sprinting for, and the 6 riders are back together. They are back together. Smokes Gladden, Young Windell Williams Jr., Nishin Isigiri, Shane Jones, Fernando Rosado, and Jocelyn Chavarria Jr. riding for Team Fall. So we just passed mile 13, heading towards 14. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day in Belize. Dean Joseph said, good morning, watching from Cole, Connecticut. Good morning, Andrew Burgers. Yeah, Boogie, I don't see no police escort indeed. I say police block off when they just have the lead commissary vehicle up front. And it's still 6 riders, folks. It's still 6 riders. It's still the 2 West Truck rider on the front driving it. It's the 2 West Truck rider driving it on the front. Fernando Rosado and Shane Jones, who is definitely trying to keep the pace high, along with Nishin Isigiri, young Wendell Williams Jr., Jocelyn Chavaria Jr., and Smokes Gladden. So we are approaching mile 14. We are approaching mile 14, heading towards mile 25 here on the George Price Highway. Hattieville is right around the bend. Hattieville is right around the bend. So we are heading west. Then we make a turn at mile 25. This is the first leg of the Digi Valentine's Mini Tour 2023. Yeah, I think that 2 West Truck rider here are putting down the pace hard, so that Valvoline have to chase hard while their top guys sit on. We have Wasani back there, we have young Eric Trapp, and we have Carlton Robinson riding for West Truck. On the front is Jocelyn Chavaria Jr., Team Fall, as we just past mile 14, heading into Hattieville. That's Nishin Isigiri riding for Budget. That's the new team that he's on. So we have M&M's Wendell Jr. just pull off the front. Culture / SPD, Smokes Gladden, Shane Jones riding for West Truck, Fernando Rosado West Truck, Jocelyn Fall. And we are looking back. We'll have to check the gap again, see how far the riders are behind and who is chasing. So I guess my driver will probably stop at Hattieville and give you that. Good morning, Lincoln. Good morning, Lincoln. Good morning, Bernard Sanchez. Good morning, be a big girl. I want to try watch the screen and read some of the comments, but we want to big up all our cycling fans who are tuning, cycling lovers who love the sport of cycling. Like I said, the 2023 will be a big blast for cycling, a lot of races, and you guys will keep busy. So when I'm not covering races, Mr. Guns is out here doing his thing, covering races. So we'll definitely, and we hope more people could learn this thing, so keep busy as we are heading to Hattieville. We're heading to Hattieville, and so my driver is heading to Hattieville, so we definitely see the riders coming in. We just stop at, I guess, the roundabout and bring you guys live action of this Digi Valentine's Tour 2023. Like I said, this live is brought to you by Loans to Go, quick cash from friendly people, and also by Leslie's Imports, distributor. Yeah, the gap have opened up to 58 seconds. 58 seconds, official say 58 seconds. Yes, this live is also brought to you by Leslie's Imports, distributor of 123 oil, Roma, Foca, and Blanco Nueve detergent. As we just passed, okay, so my driver is taking up, I think he went up front. We passed the commissary vehicle, the head commissary vehicle. There is a lead vehicle indeed. It's the highway patrol. The highway patrol is the lead vehicle on the highway, making sure the riders are kept safe on the tarmac here. So we are heading towards Hattieville, just past through the old Hattieville, heading towards the here is the highway patrol with all the flashing lights, the beautiful lights flashing, tell you that something is coming. So we'll pull off in a short while and we'll get image of the riders coming in the distance. Today is Saturday, the 11th of February, the first leg of the Digi Valentine's Mini Tour 3 event this morning, a short road race. Then we have the TT this afternoon, and then tomorrow the next run event. And we are here in Hattieville. We are here in Hattieville and we await the riders. We can see the lead. We can see the lead vehicle coming. So we can see the lead 6 riders coming in the distance. Here is the song of the traffic vehicle. We can see bikes and rock. There is the lead vehicle. Here comes the 6 riders, Smokes Gun and the PS, followed by Jocelyn Jr., Nishani Sigeri, Fernando Rosado, Shane Jones, and young Wendell Williams Jr. And we await the main field. We can see them coming in the back. We can see the main field of riders coming in the back. Shortly they should pass us. As we await, we can see the main field coming. We see the main field coming. Can you see who is leading the charge in this? It seems that it's Oscar, the daddy. Let me see who's on the front. It's no other than Josh. Josh, he's been followed by his. No, it's Heno. It's Heno on the front, followed by Josh. As all the riders scream past us, as the riders pass us. There is George Jr. just on the back. The riders pass us. That's a main field. All the riders are together. And all the service vehicle. So we'll join back the race directly. My driver went to get something to eat. We came out pretty early. Did the Series Saturday race. So I wait for Mr. Banks. He's coming. Man, gonna get something for eat. There he is at the shop. And this is the bike that is given to us by Mr. Glenn Flowers of G Flow. Big up Mr. Glenn Flowers. Big up G Flow. Good morning to you guys. And shortly we'll join back the race. Banks have to get charged up. Yes, so we leave here, Hattieville, and we will catch up to the race shortly and see if the guys made any gain on the lead 6 riders up front, folks. Like I said, this race is brought to you by Loans to Go, quick cash from friendly people. Also by Leslie's Imports, distributors of 123 cooking oil, Roma, Foca, and Blanco-Neve detergent. As we make our way towards the race, we can see the flashing lights of the vehicles, the service vehicles just behind the race. The huge field trying to catch up to the 6 lead riders who were out front, some 59 seconds according to the officials. As we pass one lone rider here, number 3, I think that's George Lovell Jr. Just pass him, and you can see the riders they are stretched right out on the tarmac as we make our way through the traffic. All the service vehicles. You can make out the white van, number 9, that's the Valvoline West Truck here as we make our way through. There's a vehicle of Fal. And we are back with the race. This is the main field bunch. Giovanni there, we can see young Munoz there as we pass through the field. There is Alvan, Roque Matos, Gary Bennett, Gerson, Jose Choto, Greg, D. Wade, Budna, Henry Lee, Dijon Hyde, Alana Will Sr., Taryn Tasha, Belial, Richard Santiago, Brandon Morgan, Dylan Levy, Hollister Baptist, Erwin Milton, Giovanni Choto, Joshua Fuller, Young Sanford, Peter Choto, Kadeen Pinello, Herman Kenya, Carlton Robinson, Brandon Catus, Tariq Kano, and Tree Valvoline on the front. Ah? Okay, all right, yeah. Oscar is on the front. Three Valvoline line up on the front. Oscar, Henry Morera, and young Patrick Williams on the front of this main field, trying to make it back, trying to close the gap. They have definitely, you can see we are on a long stretch here at mile 17 going up to mile 18, and it's all Valvoline on the front chasing the 6 riders up front. They are stretched right out here on the tarmac, stretched right out. This is the Digi 2023 Valentine's Tour out here on the George Price Highway. We are heading to mile 25. Hollister Baptist had the phone, so we just stay on the phone because it seems like rain is up ahead. Rain is up ahead. Yes, good morning, Mr. Card. Jingles. As we move up to the Tec de la Porte, the front of the race, it's still all Valvoline chasing the 6 guys up front. Valvoline in hot pursuit. I think another rider move up front. As we go along, there is Giovanni Lovell, there is Warren Cowie, there is young Eric Trapp, Valance Sims. I can see young Alana Will Jr. There is Liam Stewart, Christian Avila, Richard Santiago, Wasani Castro, Gary Bennett still in the hunt. I'm not sure exactly a guy named James something. He's visiting from Chicago there. Not Chicago, somewhere out that side. There is Roque Matos, Wendell Vernon, Jose Choto, Greg, Henry Lee there. There's young Dijon Hyde, there's young Kenyon, Dylan Levy, Milton, Belial, Joshua, young Patrick Williams, Hollister Baptist, Heno, and on the front is the granddaddy, the daddy, Oscar Curios, doing some 25 miles plus an hour, he's looking at his spray up in front. You can see the riders just up front. I think that gap definitely have closed. It's not 59 seconds anymore. Have definitely closed the gap. Good morning, Sherda Piet. On the wheel of Oscar is Carlton Robinson. There is young Munoz coming to help his teammate as we move up back front. We move up back front with the 6 riders. We're heading back to the Tec de la course where 6 riders are up front. Remember, I saw Jocelyn Jr., Nishan Isigiri, We had Smokes Gladden, we had Shane Jones, we had Fernando Rosado and Nishan Isigiri. Those were the 6 riders up front. As we move, we just passed mile 19 heading towards mile 20. The road is wet, a little rain shower have passed over, and it's still the 6 riders up front leading the charge here on the George Price Highway in the 2023 Digi Valentine's Tour. And the pace is Shane Jones. Shane Jones pushing it hard for Team Westrock. They don't want the Valvoline riders to get here. No Valvoline is in this the front of this race, so Shane Jones is pushing it hard. Taking over the charge is Smokes riding for Culture / SPD. Jocelyn Jr. riding for Team Fal. There is Fernando Rosado, Young, Windell, Williams Jr. Like I said, folks, this live is brought to you by Loans to Go, quick cash from friendly people. Also by Leslie's Imports, distributors of 123 Cooking Oil, Roma, Foca, and Blanco-Neve detergent. We want to thank these people for bringing live today of this beautiful event, the beautiful colors in the Digi Valentine's Tour 2023. This afternoon we head to the John Smith Road, where we'll have a 3.6 miles time trial, and that involves everyone with the juniors, the females, and the elites. So folks, who will it be? Will it be defending Oscar back on top of the podium, or will the Westrock team take charge this time, or will it be the Fal, or will it be Budget? Who will it be? As we're heading towards Rockville, we've just passed mile 20. It's all Jocelyn Jr. on the front, followed by Fernando Rosado, Nishin Isigiri, Windell Jr., Shane Jones, and Smokes Gladden. As these guys are doing some 25 miles an hour, steady 25 miles, they are sharing the pace. They're rotating like a well-oiled chain here on the George Price Highway. As we head, we can see the mist, we can feel the chill in the air, we can feel the slight raindrops, but it's beautiful here in Belize, a beautiful day. So we just can see Rockville in the distance, so we're not too far from the turnaround, which is at mile 25. You do that, it'll climb up mile 24, and then there's the mile 25 post. You make a turn, head back to Hattieville. We'll make a left turn onto the Boom Hattieville Road, where we were earlier this morning in the Seaway race. So folks, welcome one and all. Continue to share the live in this beautiful event, the Digi Tour 2023. Smokes Gladden already. See, Smokes is sucking down a gel. He's making sure he stay top up. Six lead riders in this event. Coming off the pace is Shane Jones. Shane Jones coming off the pace, taking over is Smokes Gladden. Shane Jones wearing his number is flopping, I don't see number good. Smokes Gladden wears number 75. Jocelyn wears number 28. Young Fernando Rosado wears number 23. Nation Isigiri wears number 74. And I'm not sure if the number of Young Windell have flown off, because there's no number at on the back of Windell, so he probably lost his number. If not pinned down too good, you will lose your number. As we are approaching Rockville, mile 21 here on the George Price Highway, heading towards mile 25, and it's still six riders up front. The last time we left, the official said it was 59, but from our experience, that wasn't 69. That gap have definitely closed. And we saw the Valvoline were out front controlling the pace, trying to close this gap down. These guys are experienced riders. They know, you take your time and close that gap so that you don't kill yourself and burn out, bunk. But it's still just young Shane Jones on the front as he passed mile 21 there. And he probably picked up that preem there of 3 seconds. Jocelyn Jr. sitting on the wheel of young Jones as Jones pull off the pace. Jocelyn take over the pace. Sitting on the wheel of Jocelyn is young Fernando Rosado, Smokes Gladden, young Windell, and Nishan Isigere, who is back on his bike doing awesome. They're still doing some 25 miles an hour, folks, so these guys are running at a nice pace. Coming off the pace is Wendell Williams Jr. as we approach mile 22 here on the George Price Highway in the Digi 2023 Valentine's Tour. So that's the six riders up front. Pleasant good morning to each and every one. This live is brought to you by Loans to Go, quick cash from friendly people. Also by Leslie's Imports, distributors of 123 cooking oil, Roma, Foca, and Blanco Nueve detergent. So we want to thank these guys again for bringing live action into your living room of the 2023 Digi Valentine Tour, held today and tomorrow. A three event, 2 days. 2 will be held today. This race presently going on this afternoon is a TT, and then tomorrow the long road race. That race will start at Leslie's Imports, head up the George Price Highway, turn onto the Boom Hattieville Road, make a U-turn where the Boom Hattieville Road meets the Philip Golson Highway, return back to Fabers Road, roundabout, head back the same direction, and then eventually finish in front of Leslie's Imports. Yes, so we are not too far from the halfway point here, folks. We're not too far from the highway, the halfway point. We are just approaching we just passed mile 22, we're heading mile 23, so it's just over 2 miles from the turnaround at mile 25, and it's still the 6 riders up front. Pulling off the pace is Shane Jones riding for West Track. Taking over the pace is Jocelyn Jr. riding for Team Fall. Fernando Rosado, Smokes Gladden riding for Culture / SPD. The M&M rider, Young Windell Jr. Nishine Sigiri riding for Budget, number 74. Yeah, these are the 6 riders up front, and I don't think the field is too far behind, because like I said, the last time we left, it was all Valvoline on the front chasing. We saw Oscar himself, past champion of this event, on the front pacing to try to control the gap. And the pace have dropped a bit. It's some 22 miles an hour now. They are doing some 22 miles an hour, as I can feel a slight headwind, slight chill in the air. We can see rain clouds in the distance, but I think we'll return before that heavy rain come down on us. Jocelyn Jr. back on the pace as we approach mile 23 here on the George Price Highway, with 6 lead riders out front in the 2023 Digi Valentine Tour. I want to big up the Cycling Federation of Belize, who is hosting this race. It's a lot of hard work. Prepare everything, all the officials, get the cyclists registered to come out today in this event. So the official have traffic pass through, they blow the cyclists so they can stay on the right hand side of the road. Like we mentioned, the road is not closed, so riders have to ride on their right hand side, so we have a free flow of traffic here on the highway as people traverse too. to their work or wherever they're going, back and forth. Huge truck passing us too, see? So everybody needs to use the highway, so we have to share the highway. There's buses, so we ask the riders to always stay on the right hand side, don't cross that yellow line. As we make our way to mile 24 and onto 25, we'll make a turn around and head back in the opposite direction. So it's still 6 riders out front. On the front, Shane Jones riding for Westtrack Cycling Team, followed by Jocelyn Chavaria Jr. rides for Team FAL. In third place is Fernando Rosada, also Westtrack rider. Smokes Gladden, Culture, SPD. Wendell Williams Jr. rides for M&M's, and young Nishani Sigire, who rides for Budget. These guys are sharing the pace. They are sharing the pace, doing some 23 miles an hour. Smokes taking over the pace. And we can see the little climb at mile 24 right in the distance. So we head to mile 25, so we're not too far from the turning point, just about a mile or so, as these guys will make up this little gradient here at mile 25 on the George Price Highway in the Digi Valentine's 2023 mini tour here in Belize. Riders are gearing up for 25 banks, 25, yeah, they're preparing themselves for upcoming event like coming up is big races. They're preparing themselves for big races, like we know the Alfred Parks Memorial Race will be a huge event. All the prizes have been secured, so it's only now for the riders to register. So we head towards mile 25, where they will turn and head back in the opposite direction. We can see some rain clouds in the distance, but those won't affect us. We'll turn right at mile 25. We can see the flashing light of the lead traffic vehicle. We can see the officials up in the distance as we move towards where they will make the turn. We'll stay there and take a time check. We'll have the riders pass us, and we'll see how far the gap is, if these guys are closing the gap. And the 6 lead riders out here today in the Digi Tour. So we're almost at mile 25, where the riders will make the turn. As we can see the flashing lights of the highway patrol. Just about to reach mile 25. You can see the officials pulling out of mile 25. They will wave the flag and tell the guys to make that turn around here. The police will hold the traffic, so the riders have a safe turn around. So we are here at mile 25. You can see the officials with the flag. And in the distance you can see the riders coming. In the distance you can see the riders coming. And to me, it's looking like a huge pack. Like, I'm not sure if these guys have caught up. So, folks, I can see one large group. So it seems that they have caught up. They're almost catching up to the riders. It seems that they're almost catching up to the riders. And I can see the whole field coming. So the race is one big race again. They're all back together. And here comes one rider out front. Who is that? That's Shane Jones. As he makes the turn, and all the riders, the race is back together, folks. It's back together. They're all together. I can see Mr. Levy, I can see D Wade, I can see all the riders back together. as they make a turn here at mile 25. There's Warren Cowie, there's Oscar, there's Young Munoz making that turn. Young Munoz wearing number 49, he rides for Valvoline. Young Munoz at the back, I'm not sure if he had an issue or something. Seems that Oscar is waiting on him. This is Young Munoz. Oh, is he asking for his service? There's Oscar, I'm not sure. Seems that he's waiting on his teammate Oscar, wearing number 45. And here is the main field of riders as we move up to the race. Seems that some attack is going on at the front. Yes, we are just on the tail of the main field of riders, folks. So let us see what will happen, because Oscar stopped at the back to wait on his teammate. Oscar stopped at the back to wait on his teammate. Oh, I see what happened, because the young kid was asking for his service, but the official vehicle turned at mile 24, and so you know, the kid is asking for service. Young Maran Munoz was asking for service. He was asking where his service vehicle was, but of course the service vehicle is had made a turn here at mile 24. So we're just heading down. Look at the riders stretch out as we take this run down at mile 24. Yes, yes, there is the Valvoline vehicle. I guess maybe the kid had something. Yeah. Oh, so that's the confusion. The kid needed something. He was asking for his service vehicle when he turned at mile 25, but here's all the service vehicle lined up on the side of the highway here at mile 24, and these guys are hitting the pavement hard. I see 40 miles an hour on the meter there as the riders are all clumped up together. But Oscar and his teammate is all the way at the back. I'm hoping that they will get back. This is Gary Bennett just at the back here riding for Rolling Shutter Boys. He has a business in Chicago, makes hurricane shutters, shutters for, you know, burglar bars and burglar shutters and everything. Shutters for your windows. Big up Gary Bennett. There's Andrew Burgess. As these guys, the pace is up because it's in a tail. They are still doing some 30 miles plus an hour as we are along the bunch of riders. There's young Kenyon. There's the foreigner here. Ask by the way name again, this dude here. Yeah. Jimmy, that's Jimmy, who is the foreigner in this event. Jimmy flown in, and he's taking part in this event. As we move along the cyclists, there is Fernando Rosado, there's Mr. Bilal, Brandon Margon, and on the front is Joshua Fuller. I can see D Wade. Yeah, he's Richard Santiago, Tyron, and these guys are definitely picking up the pace, folks. They're definitely picking up the pace. And the front, who is driving the front? Who is driving it? Somebody is driving it hard on the front. Let me see who that rider is. He's driving it. He's doing, honestly, folks, I can see the meter is saying 38 miles an hour, and it's Joshua Fuller driving it hard on the front. He's trying to break this guy's legs, and he's sitting on his wheel is no other than the past cross country champion Giovanni Lovell. These guys are definitely hitting tarmac. Here comes the riders. Richard Santiago and Jocelyn Jr. Jocelyn Chavarria out front, and here comes the main field of riders. Here comes Giovanni Lovell. There is young Eric Chop. Young Eric Chop have made a dash for it, and he's been joined by Shervin Budna, rail number 60, Eric Chop attack out of the crowd, and he's immediately marked by Shervin Budna, and they have opened a small gap. There's Caden Pinello, there's young Peter Choto, and all the riders are looking at each other. Who will chase, and it's Eric Chop and Budna going up the road. There is young Tyron Tasha, who decided he will take up the chase for Team Valon. There is Henry Moreira, marked by Erwin Milton, Dylan Levy, and they're all, look at young Andre Belal doing a thing, and they're all trying to close the gap back, and the two lead riders in the likes of Eric Chop and Shervin Budna. Small gap open up, as I think we are riding it. What, that close, so we could pass it close just now. Yeah. And all the riders are still here, they are still here. There's young Dijon Hyde. And the two riders up front, a few bicycle lengths, it's young Eric Chop and Shervin Budna, who have opened a small gap. Here's fly past us is Christian Avila out of his saddle, dance on his seat. He's been marked by Richard Santiago, Wendell Williams Jr. There is Erwin Milton. These guys are hitting each other like crazy. Look at them stretch out on the tarmac, folks. There's Liam Stewart, there's Shane Jones, there's Gerson Lovell, Peter Choto, Caden Pinello, there's Banon Catus. They're all paying attention. There's Andre Belial. And it's Heno on the pace, marching it, trying to go across to the riders up front. 3 riders up front. Let me see how much riders up front now. 3 riders up front. Budna had crossed. Erwin to tell Wendell Jr. see the man right there, so it's 3 riders just up front. Budna, Eric Chop, and Christian Avila. Just up front as we pass mile 21, Rockville, heading back towards Hattieville. So it's 3 riders out front, Shervin Budna riding for Team Fall. He just got on that team. Shervin Budna was formerly with Imanis. He wears number 60. He rides for Fall now. On the pace is young Eric Chop. I don't see no number on young Eric back, so I'm not sure what his number is. Christian Avila wears number 10. Can I see that? Christian Avila ride for Kano. Can't see number good, number Benop. But it's 3 riders out front. On the pace is young Christian Avila. Taking over the pace is Shervin Budna and young Eric Chop. These guys are doing some 28 miles an hour as we head back towards Hattieville. We're just going around the curve here at mile 20 and a half. It's Budna on the pace. Taking over the pace is Eric Chop and young Christian Avila, who rode across to them. Those were the 2 riders who attack out. Eric attack out. He's been joined by Budna, and young Christian came across. So Christian is riding excellent. He just started back riding again, and he's doing excellent. He's out here to show that he is a cyclist. He is a force to reckon with. And we take a little peek back way, and we can see the main field of riders coming. So let's see if these guys will stay out front or if they will be caught. And we will check on Oski and young Munoz, because Munoz definitely had an issue. He was all the way at the back, and Oscar was waiting, and a gap may open up. So I hope these guys made it back. It's all a part of cycling. If you have mechanical or if you have some kind of crashes, it's all part of cycling. This is a tough sport. It's not for the faint of heart. I for sure don't want to race any bicycle anymore because it's a lot of suffering. When you see the guys out there, the grin, it's not grinning, it's suffering. Like yesterday we were visited by Halet Arnold, who dropped by at the shop, having a little chit chat, talking about the good old days when he used to ride and suffer like crazy. But today is the Digi 2023 Valentine's Tour. Like I said, three stages, 2 days. So today we have this road race going on at this moment, which is about 60 miles. This afternoon is a TT, and then tomorrow is the long drag, which is about 90 odd miles. And the live is brought to you by Loans to Go. Quick cash from friendly people. Also by Leslie's Imports, distributors of 123 cooking oil, Roma, Foca, and Blanca Nueve detergent. Big up our sponsors who are bringing it live today, live into your living room, folks. Yes, we are here with the Digi 2023 Valentine's Mini Tour, as we are with the 3 lead riders, Christian Avila, Shervin Budna, and young Eric Chop, as they are blazing the trail here on the George Price Highway, doing some 28 miles an hour. Budna on the front wearing number 60, riding for Fall. He recently jumped over to the Fall cycling team. Fall adding firepower. Baby Chav is out of the country, studying abroad. On the pace, young Eric Chop riding for Westrock cycling team, followed by Christian Alva and Shervin Budna. And in the distance we can see the main field of riders. The gap seems that it was closing, but now it's starting to balloon. The gap is starting to balloon, as we can see the officials just behind us, and it's the 3 riders out front. Yes, as we approach mile 19, here on the George Price Highway, heading towards Hattieville. We will make a left turn onto the Boom Hattieville Road. It's all 3 riders out front. Shervin Budna, Team Fall rider. Eric Trop, young Eric Trop, rides for Westrock, and young Christian Avila ride for Corner Road Rage. We can see the lead traffic vehicle in the front as the lights flashes. This is a Tech de la Course, the front of the race. 3 guys heading the charge, and if we look back we can see the main field of riders in the distance as they just passed mile 19. These guys have some 15 seconds or so lead on the main field of riders, and it's still all 3 riders out front. Ambulance just passed us, so you have to give them the right of way. The ambulance just passed us. Have some kind of emergency, and this is what we talk about when we want the road to be, we want the cyclists to ride on their hands. So if there's any emergencies, you know, especially like that with the ambulance, you have to give total. When the ambulance is going to pull off the highway completely, give him the whole road so he can take whoever is in that vehicle to get medical treatment or life-saving treatment. Also, respect the ambulance all the time. Respect the drivers of those ambulances. They risk their life to save people's lives. So, big respect. Yes, we are back with the race. It's young Eric Trop on the front. Young Eric Trop on the front, doing some 27 miles an hour. Young Eric Trop, followed by young Budna. Like I always talk about Budna. Budna, very strong rider. Always paying attention, a very serious domestic, and someday this kid could be a leader on a team. There's young Christian Avila riding excellent, just started ride back, but he's riding excellent. Budna on the front as he step up the pace to about 28 miles an hour. Budna pulling off the pace, taking over the pace is young Christian Avila and Eric Chop. And we are looking back, but there's a vehicle in our sight to see how far the gap is. As we are approaching, we're not too far from mile 17, and the by mile 15 we make a turn onto the Boom Hattieville Road and head towards Data Pro, and make a right turn onto Philip Goldson Highway and go all the way to the finish in front of Mirab. So at this present moment we are with the 3 lead riders: Eric Trapp, Shervin Budner and young Christian Avila, doing their thing out here on the George Price Highway in the Digi Valentine's mini tour. A lot of racing this year, a lot of racing coming up this year. We have big races coming up in the future. The cross country is just I think somebody may put up, I'm not sure how much days from now, but I think it's the first week in April. So big races coming up. 9th of March, the big Alfred Parks race and other races coming up. This is a Valentine's race though today here on the George Price Highway. 3 lead riders out front as we make our way back to Hattieville. Like I said, this race is brought to you live by Loans to Go, quick cash from friendly people, also by Leslie's Imports, distributor of 123 cooking oil, Roma, Foca and Blanco Nueve detergent. Big up all people that's bringing life straight into your living room wherever you are, in Belize, in Japan, in the US, in Canada, in Spain, wherever you are, the Caribbean. You know, we hope you're enjoying this race today. A beautiful race. Like I said, it's the Digi 2023 tour. Want to big up the Cycling Federation of Belize for hosting this race. For Digi, want to big up Digi for having this race, keeping the cyclists busy, keeping them on the tarmac, keeping the fireworks. Young Eric Chop, and there's no suffering on these guys. They look focused, they look determined. As Budna getting on the pace, Budna doing some 29 miles an hour, Budna 29 miles an hour. As he pulls off the pace, young Christian taking over the pace, followed by young Eric Chap, lone youngster there front here. And we can look back and we're not seeing the field of riders coming around the curve as yet. So these guys have definitely decided that they will work together to open that gap so they could have a chance of winning this tour. Like I said, this afternoon is the TT. The TT is called the Race of Truth, where each person will line up on their bike and ride a certain distance, and who does that time in the least accumulated time will be the winner of that stage, the TT stage. So young Eric is an excellent TT rider. He has a TT bike, so Eric, excellent. So I think Eric have a good chance if he it's not been caught. Oscar is another great TT rider. I know Liam Stewart is a TT rider, great TT rider also. So the guys that have the TT bike will have a advantage, because most of the riders will ride the TT on their regular road bike, but once you have a TT bike, it's a plus. That bike is designed for time trial, designed for speed. You go full blast from the start, you take on that 3.6 miles course. These guys will average somewhere between 27 to 30 miles an hour in that. But it's each man on his own. You won't have any teammates to shelter under or anybody to shelter. It's everybody for himself. At the same time, the female version of this race is going on. 5 female line up, and I believe some 15 juniors also line up in this event. They have their portion of this race going on. I'm not sure if anybody is covering that live, but we are here with the big boys, the elite riders, as we pass through Hattieville. It's still 3 riders out front: Christian Avila, young Eric Trapp and young Shervin Budna. We can see rain clouds in the distance. We can see rain clouds, so we might get drenched by rain. Let us see if the rain will catch us. There is the dark clouds in the sky. as we pass over these bumps here in Hattieville. So we're just about a mile from that when we'll turn right onto the Boom Hattieville Road. It's all Eric on the front. Taking over is Shervin Budna, taking over the pace. As we're approaching Hattieville, Budna pull off the pace. Taking over is Christian Avila, rides for Kano. Yeah, we're heading into Hattieville. The rain is starting to come down, folks. The rain is starting to come down. So we get a little rain. We get a little rain shower. So we're almost at the roundabout here in Hattieville. As we can see, the lead traffic vehicle turning onto the Boom Hattieville Road. Huh? It's starting to rain, folks. It's starting to rain. The rain cloud is over us. So it's starting to rain as we make our way onto the Boom Hattieville Road here in the Digi Valentine's mini tour. And there's still the three lead riders out front. They have opened the gap. Take a look back and I don't see any of the other riders coming in. So as the three riders make their way onto the Boom Hattieville Road, we await the main field. Here comes the main field of riders. Here comes the main field of riders being charged by no other than Giovanni Lovell, followed by Cello, followed by Jocelyn Jr. And that's a small gap. The race have definitely bust. More riders left behind. Ah, yeah, they broke up for two. Banks. And there's a serious gap. Something going on because with the way here comes the main field. Here comes the main field of riders. Here comes the main field of riders. I can see Brandon Catoos. Yeah. It's raining. There is come Brandon Catoos around the corner there. Brandon Catoos, D. Wade, Henry Moreira. It's raining, folks. Wait. Okay, all right, cool, we'll do. It's raining as we head onto the Boom Hattieville Road. This is the main field of riders. You're behind the main field of riders. There's another group just up front and then the three lead riders. So let me get some names. As we crosses the bump, I can see Tariq Kano, I can see Smokes Gladden. Warren Cowie, Alan Senior and Junior. There is Kenyon Sanford. I can see Joshua. So Banks is talking to Smokes. He asking what's going on, if there was a crash or something. He's saying, no, but just boss up the thing. There's some There are some rent poles on the tarmac here. I'm not sure what these are for, but the rain is coming down yet. The rain is coming down. Who is on the front? Seems like Oscar Curious on the front in this group, trying to close the gap, and the second group in front of us, and then the lead group all the way up front. So here is Staricano. We're number 108. Smokes Gladden, we're number 75. As we make our way through the Boom Hattieville Road, we can see the prison in the distance. Clean off the lens. There's our foreigner, Brandon Catoos, Joshua Fuller, Herman Rikenya, Taryn, Lee Wade, Bilal Skinny, Wasani, Henry Lee, Brandon Morgan, Hollister Baptist, Heno Moreira. And who is leading the charge is Al Oscar, we're number 45. Al Oscar dishing out some pain, some 30 miles an hour. Oscar on the front as he look focused, and he's showing that he is the daddy of them all. He have them all stretched out like stretching guts, as Oscar and that beautiful Canon machine turning up the pace, trying to close that gap. He stopped back for his, he can see the riders in the distance. The other riders, the group have just passed the jail, and it's all Oscar leading this main field of riders. Oscar Curious on the front, folks, doing some 28 miles an hour, looking back to see there's no one helping him. Everybody's sitting on his wheel. There is the two Imani riders, Giovanni Choto and Peter Choto. There is Henry Moreira. There is Hollister Baptist. Look at the grimaces on their face. Oscar is dishing out some mad pain out here as he closed the gap with every pedal stroke. Yes, Oscar is closing the gap with every pedal stroke as he pulls off to see who will help. And young Giovanni Choto comes on the pace now as we move up to the second group. We move up to the second group on the road, folks. Like I said, this live is brought to you. This live is brought to you by Loans to Go. Quick cash with friendly people, and also by Leslie's Imports, distributors of 123 cooking oil, Roma, Foca and Blanco Nueve detergent. So we move up to the second group on the road. Give you some names. It's a small gap. You see riders looking back, asking for service. Let me get some names. There's Richard Santiago. Roque Matos is in this group. Alvangelit is in this group. Erwin Leminton is in this group. Nishan Isigiri, young Dijan Hyde, young Jocelyn Jr., young Patrick Williams, Dylan Levy, I can see Shane Jones, Wendell Williams Jr., Valan Sims is in this group also. So get some more names as we move up. As we make our way through the Boom Hattieville Road, the raid has subsided a bit. Erwin Milton, we're number 57, taking service from his vehicle. He rides for Imanes. There is Alvan, the pace of them pick up as these guys are attacking each other. There is Nish in this gear, we're number 74. Yes, Giovanni Lovell in this group also, and Westchuk they threw down some mad bomb at the front. I guess why the pace is up, because they realize that no big hitters from the Valvoline is in this group. No big hitters from Valvoline is in the group. So Westchuk is definitely trying to turn it up. I guess they got word from their guys to step up the pace, and Westchuk is throwing it down on the front, trying to hold the Valvoline team, get them in big trouble. I only see young Patrick Williams wearing the jersey of Team Valvoline. We're number 50 in this group as he slows down. And it's Shane Jones again. Shane Jones on the front trying to lift up the pace. Here is young Dijon looking to see if any of his teammates is coming. We have Dylan Levy, a fall in here. We have Jocelyn Jr., a fall in here. as we make our way through the Boom Hattieville Road. Yes, riders raising their arms, They want to get their service, And we see all the service vehicles pulling up. We can see Jones out front. These guys are constantly attacking each other and freewheeling, Richard Santiago said they're not organized. Richard Santiago in the field of riders, and they are attacking each other and slowing down, and that will allow the group at the back to come. But Shane Jones took it upon himself, and he's out front. Look at the riders raising their arms.
Move them now!
The officials are being rough. Douglas Lamb, official on the road, telling the vehicle of Fall to move out the way. There is the Valvoline team. There is Miss Janine servicing Patrick, who is in the stop group. It's kind of chaotic out here sometimes with servicing. It's not easy, you folks who are watching. It's very easy, but it's hard for everyone. For us doing the live, for the officials, for the service crew. Everything is tough. And here comes the group, Henry Moreira, followed by Brandon Catus, and they have made it back. They have closed back the gap. It's one big race. I guess that's the three riders who are out front. They are back together, and Henry Moreira straight past. He's been followed by his teammate Brandon Catus. There is Hollister Baptist riding for Fall, Skinny, and they're all back together. So the Valvoline have made back. There is Oscar, there is Oski. They have made it back to this group. There is Patrick just off the front along with Liam Stewart, and way up ahead we can see the riding style of Shane Jones. This police motorcycle here with the lights on, but I'm not sure this is the front of race. Liam Stewart race number 87, there's Patrick race number 56, and there's the main field of riders. And up front we can see the three lead riders, so we can see the riders up front, we can see the flashing lights, so the riders are up front, the three lead riders are up front. And the main field is making a big charge. Here comes Fernando Rosado and Mr. Tyron Tasha riding for M&M's, trying to get across. It's starting to rain again, folks. It's starting to rain again. And it's Tyron on the front in the Digi Valentine's 2023 mini tour. 3 races. This road race this afternoon is the TT, and then tomorrow is the big road race. It's raining through here on the Boom Hattieville Road. There's Colonel Lovell servicing his boys. Move up. We move up to the one rider here in between, and that's the riding style of Shane Jones. Shane Jones are breaking away from that field. We didn't want the Valvoline to come back, but Valvoline have bring back the whole field together. This is all Shane Jones alone. And up front we had 3 riders. We had 3 riders up front. We move up to them. We had 3 riders. We call their name as soon as we reach up front. We can see the riders right in the distance. I know we had Shervin Butna. We had young Eric Trapp and young Christian Avila. Those were the 3 riders who were up front. But I don't see Christian. Yeah, Christian is here. I see, yes, the 3 riders are still here. The 3 riders are still here. This is the technical course. We are with the 3 lead riders, Christian Avila, Eric Trapp, and Shervin Budna, as they blaze the trail through the Boom Hattieville Road, doing some 25 miles an hour. Young Christian on the pace doing some 25 miles an hour as we head towards the Philip Golson Highway. We make a right onto the Philip Golson Highway, and then the race will conclude in front of Mirab building there on the Philip Golson Highway, where the offices of no, I go down in Nadan with the Philip Golson Highway. Banks, I need to get my wire out there for my charging, the wire for the charging. On the front is Bunna on the front. So we move up and we stop and try to get my, don't want to lose any battery life. Still using the same battery life from this morning when I did the series. So we just move up front, stop, get my power up, and then bring you more live coverage of this beautiful event, Digi Valentine's Mini Tour 2023, brought to you by, run by the CFB, sponsored by Digi, and the live is brought to you by Loans to Go, quick cash from friendly people. Also by Leslie's Imports, distributors of 123 cooking oil, Roma, Foca, and Blanco Nueve detergent. We want to thank each and everybody who is making it possible, all the sponsors of this event. Definitely big thank you as we make our way, try to get my phone in much battery life. So hold the camera for me. Let's put the camera up on the radars, I think. If I get this wire out. Huh? Yeah, the riders passing out, the main field of riders passing us. Actually, when you stop, then you see the speed. Okay, we are back. We are back in time. They charge me. They don't lower, so I'm gonna lose power. So we're back. Still raining a bit here through the Boom Hattieville Road as we make our way back to the race, folks. Thank you for staying on the live in the Digi 2023 Valentine's Tour, a three event, this road race, a TT, and the big road race tomorrow. Today this race is about 60 so miles. This afternoon it's a 3.6 TT, and then tomorrow is somewhere around a 90 to 95 mile road race. So who will it be, folks? Who will start off with the jersey as we cover this afternoon in the TT? We are here with the main field of riders. As we pass through traffic. Santiago raising his hand for service. Most of the riders are still in the hunt. They are still in the hunt. There's Wasani Castro, there's Warren Cowie, there's number 2. That's Greg Lovell Giovanni Lovell, Young Stanford. There's the Gerson, Dylan Levy, Jocelyn Jr. along with Brandon Morgan, Henry Lee. There is Valance Sims, cross country champion Giovanni Choto, and they can see the riders, the lead riders just up front. The gap is closing, they're passing Fresh Pond. The lead riders up front, and it's Valvoline on the front. It's Valvoline on the front, charged by no other than the master, Henry Moreira, chasing. Sitting on the wheel of Henry Moreira is young Taryn Tasha. There is young Patrick Williams riding for Valvoline. So Valvoline showing that they are a team who are very well organized, and they are leading the charge. Henry Moreira leading the charge, doing some 27 miles an hour. Henry Moreira as we pass in front of Fresh Pond on the wheel. Yes, it's Taryn Tasha riding for M&M's. Young Eric as Henry pulls off. Taryn take over the pace. Here comes young Patrick Williams, followed by Alan Will Sr., Carlton Robinson, Brandon Cattoos, Hollister Baptist, Jimmy. Alana Will pull off the pace. Here comes Alana Will is telling to roll it wrong, because you can see the three lead riders right up front. They will be caught. They will definitely be caught. We can see the three lead riders. That's Shervin Budna, young Eric Trapp, and Christian Avila, who are just about 20 or so bicycle lengths in the head of this group. Patrick Williams on the front. It's all Valvoline again. Valvoline on the front, closing the gap to these riders. Valvoline on the front, closing the gap to these riders. They are showing they are marching on the front. Young Patrick Williams showing that he's a real teammate. You can see his jersey is all dirty, but he fell earlier this morning. I think he slipped around the 8 miles roundabout when it was wet there on the 8 miles when it was raining. I think he slipped down, but he's back on his bike, and he's adding. Look at Henry Moreira, who have stepped up the pace to 28 miles an hour. Henry Moreira, with every pedal stroke, he's closing the gap to the three lead riders. Valvoline is showing that their engine oil is up to mark. Yes, their engine oil is up to mark. They are putting some synthetic engine oil today, and it's the veteran, it's the master, it's Henry Moreira who is closing the gap with every pedal stroke. Henry Moreira driving it. Look at Henry. Started training the other day, and Henry definitely making a mark out here for his team. There is Alan Will Sr. Also taking part in this event. Alan is a member of the Cycling Federation of Belize, and he's out here riding. He said he will, when there is taking over is Joshua Fuller for Valvoline, and Valvoline is closing the gap with every pedal stroke. With every pedal stroke, they will catch these three riders. They are definitely going to catch the. Actually, it seems that Jones have got across, but they will be caught. Jones have got across along. Yeah, Jones was the only rider, and he got across to the fore, but all his effort. He made it across. They will be caught by the main field, and the Joshua Fuller just about to hitch onto the wheel of the four lead riders. So it's one race again. It's all back together, folks. It's all back together. They're all back together. So who will be? And eventually, Daddy Oscar Curious attack out. Oscar Curious attack out all alone. Just had a move, and Hollister Baptist had a move, and he's immediately out of his saddle. There's Bunna out of his saddle. They are trying to catch a wheel of Oscar Curious. They are on the left hand side of the road. The pressure is on. They are doing some 30 miles an hour. They are seeing the danger, and Oscar have attacked and opened a small gap. Look at Hollister Baptist trying to close that gap, and all the riders are stretched out like stretching goats, trying to chase the wheel of Oscar. The race is starting to bust into smithereens, small pieces as they stretch over the tarmac, folks. Oscar wait as soon as his teammate caught up, and he unleashed a missile that put a lot of guys in serious trouble. Look at how they are stretched out over the tarmac, folks. They are stretched out over the tarmac. Look at Valan, his mouth is wide open. There is young Alan Will Jr. as we make our way across the bridge here at Boom. And the riders are stretched over the tarmac, and there a few riders have caught up. A few riders about 4 riders have caught up to 4 riders. We just passed Erson Butler there. 4 riders have caught up to Oscar, and these riders are stretched out trying to stay on the wheel of the person in front of them. The road is wet, it's slippery, so they have to be extremely careful, and the pace is definitely up to 28 miles an hour. This race is flying, folks. This race is flying. As we move up to the technical course in front of the race, here as the riders as they stretch over tarmac. There is Giovanni Choto, there is Joshua Fuller, Dylan Levy, Milton, Bilal Cello, Liam Stewart, and it's still Oscar on the front. We can see 3 Valvoline riders trying to move up. I can see Jocelyn Jr., I can see Shervin Budna. Here is young, I think Dijon Hyde is here, Brandon Catus have made it across. Almost the four riders from Valvoline, not from Valvoline, the 4 riders from Fal, seems that they will go across to the break. I can see D Wade up front. D Wade is up front. No, it's D Wade. It's Henry Lee. It's Henry Lee of Rolling Shutter Boys. Henry Lee on the front is still Oscar driving the pace. He's been marked by Hollister Baptist, Brandon Catus. These guys are blazing up the tarmac. They are doing 30 miles an hour as they approach the CD gas station, and it's Hollister Baptist sprinting for that prize. Hollister took that prize, that Preem, followed by Carlton Robinson, Brandon Catus, and here comes the daddy again. Here comes Oski. Oski again. Oski laying it down, showing that he is the daddy. Yeah. Oski laying it down again, and these guys are stretched out, man. Look at them. They're trying to stay on the wheel of Oscar. Up front is Oscar, marked by Hollister Baptist, Carlton Robinson, Brandon Catus. There is Brandon Morgan. And Giovanni Lovell have made it here. Giovanni Castro. Giovanni Castro riding for Imanes, number 55. Is here. There's Hollister Baptist. There's young Dijon Hyde. So 2 Rolling Shutter Boys are here. We have 4 Fal riders. 4 Fal riders are here. Jocelyn Jr., Brandon Morgan, Shervin Bunna, and Hollister Baptist. The 4 riders from Fal is in this front group, and these guys are definitely turning up the tarmac. Henry Lee on the pace. He's been followed by Bunna. There is young Giovanni Choto, Oscar Curious, Brandon Morgan, young Dijon Hyde, Carlton Robinson, Brandon Catus shoving out his tongue. Caden Pinella have come across. There is Shane Jones have come across. Look at Brandon, sweet me, Brandon. Man, they pour water, man, they drink water. But up his legs, and the guys is stretched out. So we'll turn. We're not too far, just a few miles from the Philip Goldson Highway. We make a right turn onto the Philip Goldson Highway and head towards the city where the race will conclude in front of the Mirab building here where BTL has its office. And young Dijon Hyde on the front, taking over the pace, is Shervin Budna. And these guys are flying. They are still doing some 28 miles an hour. This race is riding pretty fast, guys. These guys are preparing for upcoming races, so a lot of them will be in tip-top shape. I'm glad I'm not riding a bicycle. I enjoy watching them. I have a front row seat as always. Like I said, there is Henry Lee pulling off the pace. Jocelyn Cheveria taking over the pace. Yes, he's still doing some 28 miles an hour as we just a few miles from, just over a mile and change from the Philip Goldson Highway. And it seems, let me see, it seems that almost the whole group is back together, folks. It seems that almost the whole group is back together. They get hungry now. They're out of my house for 6 o'clock, before 6 this morning, almost 5 o'clock this morning, doing bike races. Yeah, they're out for almost 5 o'clock this morning, bringing you guys live cycling race as we are heading towards the Philip Golson Highway. We'll make a turn. There is Wasani Castro, the lone rider out front. Wasani Castro, the lone rider out front, riding for West Track as we make our way towards the Philip Golson Highway. It's Wasani Castro out front. Wasani Castro out front. We can see Hollister Baptist. No, we can see that's a riding style of young Shervin Budna. We'll go to where the intersection is, where the Boom Hattieville Road meets the Philip Golson Highway, and we'll see the riders as they fly past. Yes, we are just about to reach that intersection. So we are at the intersection. Yeah. So we're here, and we will see the riders as they approach us. Here comes the two lead riders. It's Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna out front, and we await the main field of riders. Here comes the riders as the race is bossed up into pieces. There's a main field behind. There's about 4 riders, and the main field coming across. But there's 2 riders out front, Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna out front. Wasana riding for West Track, Budna riding for Fall. There is Cello passing. There is Chav, young Patrick, and a whole bunch of riders as they turn onto the Philip Golson Highway. So we are just 12 miles from the finishing of this race. There is young Stanford. There is Eric Truck. There is the foreigner Jimmy. As we make our way along the course, this is the main field of riders. This is the main field. The sun is starting to shine now. The sun is shining as we make our way along the course. There is Valance Sims. There is Greg Lovell. There is Mr. Belial. I see Oscar put up his hand. I'm not sure what it is. Oscar put up his hand. But we are beside the main field of riders. Oscar is on the front. We see 1, 2, 3 Valvoline along with Carlton Robinson. And it's Valvoline on the front. Henry Moreira again on the front, followed by Brandon Catus. I guess Oscar called him up because Wasani and young Shervin Budna have broken away from the main field of riders. So I think Oscar has sent his troops up to control. The gap. Because we can look down the highway and we can see the 2 lead riders, Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna, who have about 20 seconds lead or so on the main field of riders, as Brandon taking over the pace from his teammate Henry Moreira, riding for Valvoline, taking over the pace. It's Brandon. So it's 2 Valvoline trying to chase me into a little headwind, so we can feel the pain, we can feel the pressure. I'm on the motorcycle and I can feel the wind. There's Henry Moreira putting a mad work today for his team. Big up Henry Moreira, Brandon Catus. It's 2 riders from the Valvoline who is taking charge, and young Shane Jones is right here, but he won't assist in the pacing because his teammate is up front, because we can see the 2 lead riders up front in Shervin Budna and Wasani Castro, who's blazing a trail up the highway. It's all Valvoline. The chasing is left to all Valvoline. The 3rd rider on the wheel there is Shane Jones. There is Fall rider Hollister Baptist, Chelo, Fernando Rosado, Tevin Tarentasha. As we pass in front of Los Lagos here, and Philip Golson Highway. Like folks, like I tell you, this live is brought to you by Loans to Go, quick cash from friendly people, also by Leslie's Imports, distributors of 123 cooking oil, Roma, Foca and Blanco Nueve detergent. And the whole field is back together. Here is Oscar passing in our frame. Here is young Dijon Hyde. There is Greg Lovell, D. Wade, Caden Pinello, Smokes Gladden, Patrick Williams, Richard Santiago, Jose Choto, Giovanni Lovell, Taricano, Valan Sims, Valan Sims waving to the camera. Roque Matos of Only Foreigner in this event, Jimmy passing us. He's riding alone. And all the riders line up. There's a heavy headwind, folks. The sun is shining, the weather is getting beautiful. There's a heavy headwind in front of us. So we are amongst the main field of riders. Two riders up front, Wasani Castro. We are around mile 12 here on the Philip Golson Highway heading into the city. Two riders out front. It's all Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna. Wasani rides for West Rock, Shervin rides for Fall Cycling Team, and the guys are all stretched out, all paying attention, leaving the pace up to Valvoline to close that gap. Yes, they are leaving the pace. It's still Henry Morera and Brandon Catus who is on the front. It's still Henry Morera and Brandon Catus on the front, trying to close that gap to the two lead riders. There is 123 West Rock, 123 West Rock right on the wheel of Valvoline as we move up. As we move up to the Tech Dollar course, folks, I hope you're enjoying this first leg of the Digi Valentine Tour 2023 here on the Philip Golson Highway. Today is the first. This is the first leg. It's 60 miles race, and there's two riders up front as we move up to the Tech Dollar course. Yeah, I think the service close will close. I think the service zone is about to close, so the officials are warning the service vehicle to pull off. They can't service beyond Ladyville. I think that's it. We are with the Tech Dollar course with the two lead riders. It's all Shervin Budna and Wasani Castro out front. All Shervin Budna and Wasani Castro out front. As we pass in front of Radler, it's all Shervin Budna and Wasani Castro. Shervin Budna wearing number 60. I see Wasani number, the flap, I don't know what number, 20, correct? Yeah, it's Wasani Castro on the front, followed by Shervin Budna as we are approaching Ladyville. It's Wasani Castro on the front as we Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna. They are talking to each other, they are sharing the pace. We are going into a heavy headwind. They are doing some 22 miles an hour in this headwind. This is where the suffering starts, the grinning and the suffering. As Wasani pedaling that huge gear as we approach. We are not too far from the Lads Bank entrance, and it's the two lead riders up front, Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna. In the first leg, who will wear the leader's jersey after this stage? Who will it be? Then this afternoon we go into the TT. This afternoon through the John Smith Road, where they will ride 3.6 miles all alone. You will have no one to pace for you. It's the race of truth, they call it. That's where you will suffer. You try to go full blast from the start so you could get a good average. So definitely some gaps will open on riders in that event. So remember, a tour, this one is by time, and so the person that wins the tour doesn't have to win any of the stages. You have to be consistent. So you don't have to win any of the stages to win the tour overall. It's the person with the least accumulated time. And for the folks who won't understand that, So say you have 100 miles to ride and somebody doing a 5 hours, that person have the least time. So say you have 3 different ride, one rider don't have to finish first, maybe could finish third in a one event. Then the next day, the next stage, he could come 5th. But if he have a better time than the person when we win the first stage, the time will add up. So if you have to pay attention to time and make sure whoever is close to you, you mark them, you try to beat them, because some tours are won by seconds, milliseconds. And so riders definitely have to pay attention. So just educating you guys on what a tour is. It's not a one-day event where the winner is the winner. This year you don't have to win each stage to be the winner overall. But big up to the 2 lead riders up front, Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna out front, just past the Lads Bank entrance heading into Ladyville itself. And it's the 2 lead riders. Like I said, this live is brought to you by Loans to Go, quick cash from friendly people, also by Leslie's Imports, distributors of 123 cooking oil, Roma, Foca and Blancanueve detergent. Big respect to them for bringing it live straight into your living room wherever you are, in Belize, in the US, in Japan, in Spain, in UK, wherever you are, the Caribbean. And it's Wasane in that top position, trying to get as aerial as possible, followed by the young Shervin Budna, young strong kid. You see, you have a gel in your hand, so you may suck on the gel. This is, people might say 60 miles are long, but 60 miles racing is rough. We always explain about being just a recreational rider and a racing rider. When you're the race, you have to ride at the speed of your competitors, or if somebody chases you, have to pick up the pace. And this is what is important. You have to be in tip-top shape to stay and keeping the pace so high. There is Budna. The man is sucked down the gel. Eh? No, I ain't talking to you. Huh? No, I'm not talking to you. I drive alone, feel like I talk to him, but the commentating, he feel like I talk to him. Yes, it's we are passing through Ladyville, and it's on the front, it's Shervin Budna and Wasani Castro, the 2 lead riders in this race. So we have some, if we are here at Ladyville, where it's about 9 miles, and so we have somewhere about 6 to 7 miles remaining in this event. About 6 to 7 miles remaining in this event. The race concludes in front of Mirab there on the Philip Golson Highway, where the offices of the BTL is. We want to big up the CFB for hosting this event. It's a lot of work to be done. We want to give them kudos. To still want to big up Digi for sponsoring this event. Like I said, the live is brought to you by Loans to Go, quick cash from friendly people, and from Leslie's Imports, distributors of 123 cooking oil, Roma, Foca and Blancanueve detergent. Big up all people bringing the live straight into your living room, folks. This is the first leg of the Digi Valentine's mini tour here, the 11th of February 2023, the love season. We are just passing in front of the entrance to the Philip Golson International Airport. That's the entrance there. That's the entrance to when you're going to fly upon the Big Bird. And we make our way. This is a very busy highway on Saturday. Yes, a lot of cars traversing the highway, so the riders will need to stay on the right hand side of the road so we don't have any issue. Wasani taking a look back way. There is Budna. The man look focused, look posed, look in great condition. There's no sign of suffering on the face of young Budna. He's looking strong. Wasana also looks strong in a nice tuck position, trying to be as aerial as possible. What's up, Jafari Castro? Your brother is doing his thing. When you get back on the bike and start to do your thing, What is it? What it says at the gap? What it says at the gap? 114? 114, so the official. Alright, so the gap is 114. 114 is the gap between the two lead riders. That's the word from the official. The gap is 114 to the two lead riders. 114 is the gap to the two lead riders. So these guys, if they keep it steady, they can ride all the way. So let us see if there will be a main charge from the back. So they're waving through traffic. These guys are riding some 21 miles an hour in this headwind. I can feel the headwind. I can feel this weather. Feel like you could go to the key, and lay back on the sandy beach, enjoying beautiful weather here in our country of Belize. As they're waving through the traffic, don't want vehicle to pile up behind because it causes a target for the riders up front. So they are clearing out the traffic that they pass through so that the riders could have a fair chance of winning. Now we don't want the traffic to back up and then cause a bridge. So the gap is 114, I think he mentioned just now. Make it slow down and step up there. Make it slow down and see how far anybody up. So we slow down and we see who is leading the charge. We know the two lead riders are up here. Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna. Wasani riding for West Rock, Budna riding for Fall. Team Fall doing a thing. They have put on some more firepowers, more artilleries to their roster. So we await the main field of riders coming. As I point my camera, take a lead stretch. When I don't find I eat a whole cow, hungry. As the official pass, we await the riders. That look more than 114 though. We still don't see nobody coming around the curve. We are out here at around mile 8 here on the Philip Wilson Highway. As the big bird is taking off, there's the big bird taking off. The big iron bird. As he crosses over. And we can see the main field of riders coming in distance. I can see the colors of Valvoline on the front. Yes, the main field of riders coming in the distance. And the two riders are all up the road. So we'll spend one short time and then we move up so we don't want to miss the finish. But it seems it's all Valvoline on the front, trying to close that gap. I can see Oscar himself on the front. So get back on the motorcycle. Hold on, get on. As the riders stream past us, as they pass us, it's all Valvoline on the front. So we had two lead riders, the two lead riders in Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna. And this is the main field of riders. They're all together. Look at them how they stretch out on the tarmac. There's a friend from visiting. I think he's feeling the effect of the pain. Small gap open up, there comes smokes Gladden. And the guys are turning it up. I think Valvoline is turning it up now. Trying to go across. I believe it's Oscar on the front. As we stretch out, we pass. No, I tell them I can see who up on the front of the chase. I can see who up on the front of the chase. And that's definitely Oscar on the front. Oscar just pull up. Oscar may pull it so 30 miles an hour in his headwind. Look as he pulls off the riders in free wheel. It was Oscar. They are leaving it all up to Oscar. Here comes Brandon Catous. Brandon Catous trying to help his teammate. Brandon Catous telling Oscar, pat him on the back. And Brandon Catous langing out his tongue. And he's trying to close that gap there. He's Tyron Tasha on the wheel of Brandon Catous. Look at Brandon. Low on teeth. The man, the green, the man, throw it over his leg. But then two guys have flown away. They have catch a love boat and they sail away from this main field of riders. It's Brandon Catous on the front riding for Team Valvoline, trying to close that gap. There's no Valvoline in that group. And there's Oscar in third position. There is Giovanni Chotto, Cello raising his hand, saying his teammate is up front, so he won't assist in the chase. Cello is saying West track. Yes, that's Giovanni Chotto riding for Imanes. And back on the front again is Oscar Quiros. Back on the front is Oscar. They will leave. He's defending champion, but he has to put in mad work to try to keep that gap. Like I said, not because those two riders are up front, they can win the Tour overall. Tomorrow they can get beaten, or Oscar do an excellent time try to close that gap. The gap was 1 minute and 14 seconds the last time. So once you keep the race, if you are very good at time trialing, that will help you. Oh, they are saying 130 now, 130. That's kind of serious. That's 130. They are saying 130 to the two lead riders, 130 to two lead riders. It's all Oscar on the front. It's been followed by Giovanni Lovell, and we can't see the riders any at all. So definitely they are up the road. We can't see any of the riders. So I don't think these guys will catch up to the two lead riders before the finishing, but they will try to manage. They will try to manage the gap. And it's all Oscar. They are leaving up to Oscar to chase. He's doing some 27 miles an hour in this headwind. Oscar is doing 27 miles an hour all by himself. He's taking a look back way. He pulls off the pace. There's Giovanni. He's taking a look back way to see who will chase, but definitely West Track won't interfere with it. They won't assist, and they're getting in the pace line, so they won't help to chase down their teammate. Here comes Jocelyn calling his teammate a small gap. Open up. There comes Brandon Morgan. Chiller will only go on the front, and he slows the pace to about 22 miles an hour. So Chiller won't. Angel Zib won't help. And then there's Oscar back on the front. Oscar back on the front. Oscar Quiros back on the front, followed by Giovanni Castro. Jocelyn Jr. Jocelyn, his teammate is up front, so Jocelyn, they will interfere with the pace line. They won't assist. They will just come out on the front and slow the pace. So it leaves up to Valvoline. Who else would have to chase? Roland Shutter Boys would have to do some chasing, but I don't see much of them here. Fall is in third and fourth place. On the front is all left up to Oski. Oski have to do the majority of the work, as whenever he goes on the pace, it tips 25 miles an hour. Yes, we look in the distance. Now taking over the pace is Giovanni Chotto, taking over the pace. Giovanni on the front, and see the fall rider will freewheel. He will freewheel. That's Jocelyn Jr. He will freewheel. He won't assist because his rider is up front in the likes of young Shervin Buna. So as Usa Chotto freewheel or comes to a slow, there will be no help from the fall riders. They won't assist. This is a hot tour ride. You won't chase your teammate. You'll just pull at the front, and if nobody comes around, then you allow your teammate to escape. And you know, Chav is smiling. He's giving that smile. Say he freewheels. As soon as Giovanni freewheels, Brandon is forced to come on pace. Brandon is forced to come on the pace, and Jocelyn and Brandon Morgan won't assist any at all. They will just slow the pace, and it's Brandon Catus of the Valvoline who is on the front. Brandon has so much money to run. So Wasani Castro and Shervin Buna is all the way up front. The last time check we get, it was a minute and 30 seconds. A minute and 30 seconds. And we can see, yeah. And we see a female rider probably taking part in the tour. There's the lines of vehicle. We are coming up on Fiona Humes. Fiona Humes going to Castillo. And the lines of vehicle here on the Philip Gosen Highway as we make our way to the Tech Dollar course in front of the race. Two lead riders definitely have a major gap. They will definitely ride in first and second. They will definitely, I don't think these guys, the distance is too short, so they won't catch up to the two lead riders. They won't catch up to the two lead riders in Wasani Castro and Shervin Buna, who have flown away, folks. We are trying to make it to the top of the race. to the front of the race technical post. These guys have definitely opened the gap, folks. There's no way those guys will come back. Now even if they bring a pro rider from Europe could bring back the gap, they can bring all the riders, but they won't close. These guys have put in a mad work. Definitely Wasani Castro and Shervin Bunna have been rolling today. They have the pure guard oil, look like in the top, the Valvoline oil today, and young Shervin Bunna along with Wasani Castro have blown the whole race to smithereens. They have blown away from the whole field of riders, and you know they will ride in victorious today, and they will definitely be first and second overall in the first leg of this Digi Valentine tour. Like I said, this race is brought to you by Loans to Go, quick cash from friendly people, and by Leslie's Imports, distributors of 123 cooking oil, Roma, Foca and Blanco Neve detergent. As we move, we are just with the front of the race, the technical course, the two lead riders, Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna, who is blazing a trail here on the Philip Goldson Highway. Here they are up front, two lead riders, Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna. You can see the expression, you can see a little bit of suffering on the face of Budna, but it's all worth it. He are putting a mad work to keep these guys at bay, to keep them, blow them out the park. There is Wasani looking smooth, Wasani looking good, still have a nice he ride at a not a high cadence, but a lot of power he's putting into the effort. There's a truck coming along that this is what we get. Yeah. So there's Han, but a truck came around, a train cooking around. So where somebody made it, so where Palace made it say. So where Palace made it say, oh, you get busy, this highway is busy. Such a man, tough to finish a race on this highway because it's so busy. We are here with the two lead riders. We're passing in front of Caribbean Tires. Caribbean Tires, the main sponsor of cycling, the Valvoline team, Caribbean Tires and Caribbean Motors. And we are with the two lead riders, Wasani Castro and Giovanni. Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna. Wasani Castro, Shervin Budna, just passing in front of Biltmore as we're heading to the finishing line. These are the two riders up front. These guys will ride in first and second. That gap they had, there's no way anyone will close that gap. I mean, will catch these guys. They probably could close the gap, but they won't catch these two riders as they're way out front. As we pass in front of Westrock, a major sponsor the team. That's Westrock there with the rider up front. Wasani Castro ride for Westrock and Shervin Budna. As we make our way, we're not too far. We are just about we're not too far from the Mirab building. We're not too far from the Mirab building. We're not too far from the finishing line. And the two riders will ride in alone. The two riders will ride in together. They are first and second. Who will it be? Will it be Wasani Castro? Will it be Shervin Budna? Who will win the stage today? As we are beside the two lead riders here in the 2023 Digi Valentine store. Yes, two lead riders, Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna. Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna. Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna. Who will it be, folks? Who will it be? Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna. Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna. As they can see the finishing line right up the road, right up there, we can see the flag waving. It's Wasani Castro and Shervin Budna. Who will it be? Who will it be as we ride all the way with them to the finishing line? Wasani Castro, Shervin Budna. Wasani Castro, Shervin Budna. Who will it be? Will it be Wasani? Will it be Shervin? As they approach, the flag is waving at the finishing line. The flag is waving at the finishing line. The flag is waving at the finishing line. Wasani out of his alley. Wasani out of his alley. It's been followed by Shervin Budna. It's Wasani Castro. Wasani Castro. Wasani Castro. Wasani Castro. As Budna closing up, but it's Wasani Castro. Wasani Castro victorious today. Wasani Castro victorious today. And young Shervin Budna in second place. And we await the main field of riders coming. We await We can see them in the distance. We can see the main field of riding in the distance. I see one special person over there. I see my beautiful wife. As we await, here comes the main field of riders. Here comes the main field of riders. There will be a mad dash for the line as the official is raising the flag. The official is raising her. We can see the riders coming. Yeah. Here comes, who is this? This is Henry Lee. We see Henry Lee, we see Giovanni Chotto there, and all the riders flying past the start finishing line here. In the first leg of the Digi Valentine tour. All wet up, all hungry, but I don't want to miss it at all for bringing you guys live action. Here comes young Eric Trapp coming in to finish his leg off. Young Eric Trapp. And here comes the service vehicle, another vehicle traversing the highway. You see other riders coming in. I see Tariq Kano coming in. But what a exciting start for the first race. Sparky and Spicy. Yeah. Here comes Tariq Kano. Wave for the fans. Yeah. Miss Reed. Yeah, and come out and support. Yeah. And we still await more riders coming in. So I can see a rider coming. Yes, as riders complete, I'll see if I could see the winner of the event. Yeah, Mr. Isigiri. Hey. Yeah, Chav. So that's the completion of the first leg. Let me see if I could see the winner of the stage and get a little interview. Patrick just come in. I think Patrick had. Here. And I think after us, you win the female. You come in solo or you sprint finish?
Yeah, no nice. Come in solo.
Solo, okay.
Yeah.
How do you find the race?
Comfortable. The breeze coming down from this highway as well. Pick up, I guess at the time of the day too.
Yeah.
Nice headwind to blow.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of stiff, but nature of this thing. No?
Exactly. Yeah. But I always tell people that this cycling sport, they're not for the faint at heart. This is a tough sport. Well, congrats, Kaya. And this afternoon you do the TT, right? So we'll be out there to capture the TT. So good luck on the rest of the tour. Okay, Kaya Katus, the winner in the female category. Look for who won the junior?
Well, the same thing is like I said, for you establish your gap, you know, you still have to come up there. And I'm not telling when time leave it before 3 party.
So we look for other riders. Yeah, dear. Yeah. So you try to look for. You see Wasani or anybody? You see Wasani or anybody else? We're out here in front of the Mirab building. There's a big sign, Digi, one, the main sponsor, I think the only sponsor in this event. This is Digi Valentine store. There's Digi in the background. There's a sign, Digi. Yeah, the sponsors of the Digi Valentine Tour 2023. Today, the first leg completed. Kaya Katus won the female. Let me find out who won. Who won the junior event? 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 Huh? Who, Louis? Not sure. Oh, I'm gonna ask Marlon. Marlon, who won the junior? Who won the junior? Briseno, Young Jalen Briseno? Okay, alright, Young Jalen Briseno. Okay, Solo Fashion, alright.
How much minutes ahead? 1:45.
So, Young, over a minute? Yeah. So, it's something like 1:45? Okay. So, Young Jalen Briseno won the junior category in Solo Fashion. Yeah, man. So the wait see if I got an interview with the winners of the event, but I don't see nobody. They scatter all over the place like skittles. Oh, I see young Jalen. I go and get an interview with young Jalen. Then maybe talk to Wasani. It's mine. Yeah. Yeah. Morning, Jalen. So I just got fun for the Fisher Canvas show who won the junior, but they say you won the junior in a commanding lead of 1 minute 45 seconds. Solo. So congrats. How you feel?
Right now, a little bit tired, but I don't get back my energy. I have to save it for the time trial.
Time trial this afternoon.
I know Tyler is very good at the time trial, so at least I made up some time. So in case he beats me on the time trial, it's not by a lot.
Okay.
So I can make up back for a time. And then it all depends on tomorrow.
Right, yeah.
But it was a good ride. My teammates helped me. Everett attacked. Tyler and Rojas chased, and after they caught them, Benito attacked. They chased that back, and by the time their legs were already tired, so I attacked them one more time, and they never chased. And they were done tired, they get up and sit down back down.
Alright, well, great job. Continue to blaze the trail. Tonight, this afternoon we'll be out there for the time trial, and hopefully you win the thing overall, right?
Yep.
Keep up a good job,
right.
you and your teammates. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Bam, you see Wasani? You see Wasani anywhere? Try looking for the winner of the first leg in the elite. Looking for Wasani Castro.
Bringing forward, how are you doing?
Huh?
How are things?
Great.
How's Andrew?
Yeah. Andrew's always fine, always on top of the world. Doing what I love. Watching you guys punish on the highway.
Why?
Rough.
We had fun out there. It was rough.
Yeah, it was rough, right?
Good to be able to still mess around.
Alright, well, good to see you out here, Liam.
Good, thanks.
Yes, man.
Andrew.
Okay, good.
Man.
I still look for Wasani, but I don't see Wasani nowhere around. Yeah, man. Roke, how find the race?
Very nice, you know. How the race like lately. So that's how I come to the tour, and I want to go for the first for the sprint, but I misjudged the line and start way too early. So, then while I come around with my hand, I just be strong. Right?
Yeah, be strong indeed, yeah.
I think I start about 300 meters, just me leave it longer, and I kind of covered for the back scene, right? So I bust out, and when I get out there and I feel the wind, I say, I start early.
Yeah.
But tomorrow I'll try again, and
yes, man.
This afternoon,
yeah, TT. Yeah. Alright, well, good job, okay. Keep it up, right? Yeah. Looking for Wasani in a short while. Then give out the prize, so stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned as the prizes will be given out in a short while, and I'll here to cover it live to you in your living room. There is the podium is being set up at this moment by members of the Cycling Federation of Belize. Big up Digi. I'm looking for Wasani for getting a quick interview, but I'm not saying. Yeah. There by the podium. So the podium is being finally finished set up. So shortly we will have the prizes being given out in the first leg of the Digi Valentine tour. We had, of course, we had the junior, we had the females, and the elites. And I also think of masters amongst the elites. So as soon as the prize are being called, the winners of each event is being called, you will see it here live in your living room. Very heavy traffic here Saturday morning at the Mirab building in the background. That's the podium being set up. 1, 2, 3, and medals. So we await, just bear with us folks, we await for the officials, members of the Cycling Federation to call up on the winners to come and get their prize, the prizes. I hope you guys enjoyed that stage. This afternoon is TT, and then tomorrow will be a long race, a long haul. A lot of guys will suffer tomorrow.
Blow up yourself, Andrew.
Huh?
Blow up yourself.
Hey, you're right good, Alan. You're right good. I give off my hats to you. Oh, I see Wasana coming. I see Wasana coming. Try to get an interview with Wasani Castro.
Yeah.
Was?
Win.
Wasani?
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Awesome ride, Wasani.
Thanks very much.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm not sure. I don't show. When I catch that, then I gone.
Was this morning earlier, your teammates were out front. You know, you had Shane Jones and you had Fernando Rosado. But definitely, they had they made a small break, and what they do, they really made turned up. They put Valvoline a lot of for make Valvoline have to chase. Was that a strategy that you guys use?
Yes, that was a strategy. So what we did was, since the race was short, we rode the race early. So we sent 2 of our guys up front in the break to give the other riders that wasn't in the break, you know, to chase us and not burn out most of their legs. And you know, when I felt like it was my time to go after 75% of the race with my teammates in front, I guess it was unexpected, and you know, they couldn't catch back up to me. It was a really good race.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't expect this win, but I like to thank all of my sponsors, thank West Shop Pure Guard. I want to thank my teammates. They really put their all into this race today for me, and I like to thank my dad, and when Castro has always been there for me, you know, through everything from the beginning. Last but not least, I like to thank God Almighty. You know, I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for him. And thank Mr. V, our manager and our team manager, for, you know, supporting us and giving everything what we need so that we can, you know, ride this race properly.
Well, congrats on your first one. I see if the TTs this afternoon and tomorrow the other road race. So let's see if you hold on to that top position. But congrats, great ride again. Was good. Keep up a good job. So we're still awaiting for the prize giving ceremonies here in front of the Mirab building. There is the podium being set up. So we await. Oh. So I try to look to see if I see Budna, Shervin Budna, and look see if I see Shervin Budna. So I will quickly interview with him. Two members of the CFP rode in today's race. Yeah. Hey, Warren. It looks if I say Oski too, but I don't say Oski, so I don't know if somebody don't disappear. Yeah. Well, you are a member of the CFP, so you're supposed to know. Yeah, executive. Oh, okay, all right, good. All right, okay, all right, good. So we await prize giving ceremonies. Josh, I want to ask you any question. Quick. Well, yeah.
Fans are talking about my
I see Westshot really put you guys under the hammer today. They make sure they saw some riders early and force the Valvoline team to do most of the chasing, or almost half of the chasing.
think we just never organized a rehearsal. We got a couple hours, then the TT or 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 the most. And then we got tonight to try figure out how we are organized and what happened for the final day. But we struck hard and the pressure. I mean, they had, I think every break we got, they had a guy out there. I think they went to, right? They went to stage?
Yeah.
Yeah. So good riding by we struck.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happened in the time trial and tomorrow's race now. Yeah. So guys, probably what I'll do is I'll go off and make the CFB take pictures of the podium and I'll try to get some food and leave rest so I could join you back this afternoon for the TT. So until this afternoon, join me back again as I go to the John Smith Road and bring you live TT action. I guess the CFB will take pictures of the podium and then we'll share that on the Facebook page. This is the podium, but it take a while before they will give the prize. So yes, we want to big up each and every one of you who tune in, all the sponsors. We want to big up Loans to Go. We want to big up Leslie's Imports who brought you the live today. Well, awesome. So until later, join me back. I'm out, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm wet. So I'll take a short break and then be back this afternoon. Thank you again. Peace, we are out.